My experiences have always been bottom to top. I didn't really start up here. I did it by kind of on my own wits, and it's usually about that. The person that's got the drive to continue to fall down, get up, and keep going, and learn from every mistake they're making. I'm Bruce Lunsford, and I'm from Northern Kentucky, a little small town called Piner. And I, like everybody else, I was a big UK fan. I remember Cotton Ash, and everybody was on the, was on their radios listening at night, and I never really got it out of my mind that I wanted to go to the University of Kentucky. That's what Kentucky boys did then. And in UK, you've got arts and sciences, which is a bigger and broader, kind of segment. So it was a great experience for me to learn to write, because I really came from a country school. I wasn't a particularly good writer. And it also gave me the flexibility to understand that I could do a lot of things. I've had a wonderful life. I've enjoyed a lot of things, but nothing was any better than those 4 years. And I still believe that. And I'm very close to 2 or 3 of my fraternity brothers today. We've owned a couple of racehorses together, and we call it half-century racing, so it's been fun. Well, I majored in political science. And but I started taking interest in business because I had run the family farm for I guess 7, 8, 9 years there, and I took an interest in business. So I started taking my electives in accounting and took the CPA exam in Ohio. I had been a CPA for 5 years, been a lawyer in Cincinnati, all with good firms. I mean, I really had lucky breaks. And then I went to work for a terrific guy, John Y. Brown Jr. I was at that time, Assistant Secretary of Development. And to a great extent, we went in with a deficit. We came out with a pretty substantial surplus. And I think it was a pretty good 4 years, not only for the state of Kentucky, but for me. And one of the things that came to me was a little Rockcastle County. They had this little idea about taking care of long-term ventilator-dependent patients. I thought it was intriguing. Raised enough money to get it started. And it was a company called VinCare. But I basically decided that I didn't want to be stuck in this one niche. And we went from 3 employees to 66,000. Pretty good growth story. I really thought I could run a company, but I never really dreamed I would build a company that would go from 0 to Fortune 500. I just never dreamed that would happen. And in addition to that, I've been in the indie film business. Both are 2 very difficult, challenging businesses. And had a lot of success, I think, in both. We won the Audience Award with one at Sundance. We sold about 1/3 of all the ones we made to larger distributors out there, and I got to see a lot of people who became really successful later. I ran for governor against Bashir, and then the McConnell race was fun because it was the only time I really ever got through a primary. I felt I would do a really good job as governor, having seen all I'd seen under what I thought was the best administration of my lifetime. But it was a great experience. And I now look back and I go, I got all the good experiences out of running, and I got none of the experiences out of serving. And I probably got lucky. My dad gave me great work discipline, and my mom was a very strong Christian lady, and she gave me great values. And probably the turning point of my life was she was killed by a drunk driver when she was 50 years old, and I was just a junior in law school. And it was very difficult for me. She was my best friend, but it gave me heart. I think it made me a good leader when I ran a company. I think a lot of things I've done well have given me the opportunity to do better things. I'm proud of the fact that I got 3 daughters through school and at graduate school and everything they wanted to do. Life is like this, and I kind of actually like that roller ride. I like it. It stimulates me, keeps me active at my age, and I'm still as active as I've ever been. And that's kind of how I see my life. I don't want to quit. I like what I'm doing, and I love good ideas, and I love to listen to people express them. And I pick spots that I go, okay, I'm gonna get involved, and I follow my money and I stay involved. There's always time for redemption, as long as you decide you want it. If you want it, you'll be all right.